Today is certainly a special day because one of our newest members is beginning his Rising Stars Toastmasters journey with his Icebreaker. Our speaker, Yi Sun, works at Jordo Special Steel North America off of Morel Road, and that is here in Jackson. And Yi moved to the U.S. in 2003 and has a great interest in growth and development. Yi may be new to Toastmasters, but he's not new to speaking. Yi has defined objectives for himself and has an interest in the leadership track of Toastmasters. For today's speech, Yi would like feedback on his ability to be concise, his ability to be clear, and the style of his presentation. Timer, could we have lights at 5, 6, and 7? And everyone, could you please give Yi a warm welcome as he presents his Icebreaker speech.
Thank you, fellow Toastmasters, and it's an honor to be here to present my Icebreaker. The title of my Icebreaker is When There Are Two Persons Accompanying with You, there will be always one can be your teacher. Along the course that I grow up, to be the person I want to be, there are so many great teachers around me. So today, I'd like to share with you 3 of my stories. The first story is about boundaries and the core skill. My father is a smart and a handy man. So I truly believe actually in the world, there's nothing given time that he cannot master. He has visited us a couple of times, traveled to the US, and visited my family. The last time when he flew back to China, he actually met a new American young man as a friend. As you can imagine, my daddy never learned a single word of English. And they became friends during the flight from Detroit to Tokyo. And turns out this young man was on his journey to my hometown to study Chinese culture. So they had some conversation. During the layover in Tokyo, before the flight went back to Beijing is the destiny, people travel around the world or long travel, you will know any layover is a boring period, right? It turned out my dad does not speak English, using gesture, play Chinese chess with this American young man. Actually enjoyed the layover, so it kind of blew me away. So what I learned from my dad, again, which is one of my greatest teachers, is that you don't see the world as a boundary around you. Whenever you get out of your culture boundary, actually you have a long journey to enjoy your life even better. And to talk about core skill is not what you learn from school matters, it's how you use them in the real life matters. My second story is about knowing everything of something versus knowing something of everything. This comes to me from one of my friends in China. We are actually buddies through all my high school, and we stay in the same town and went to different universities. He started his career as a construction cost analyst after graduation from a local college. He did very well in what he did as a 5 years of evaluator for the cost. And at the beginning, I was thinking, it's maybe no promise, and it's kind of a repetitive work. But what turned out to be, he's really nailed down what exactly needs to be mastered in that field. After 5 years, he grew into other opportunities which gradually land him a bigger scope of every position he started to land himself in. Just 2 years ago, he actually landed himself as a CEO position in one of the local construction company in Beijing, which is a very challenging market you can imagine. So what my friends taught me is that it really matters that you master something you're good at, to grow out, to build up your name before you can even think about another bigger role. Entrepreneur is always good, but moving all the direction at all the time, knowing something of everything will bring you nowhere. The last story I will tell you about is on the blind spot. We may all know that concept, right? So actually it turns out to be a little bit ironic to myself. When I was working as a student counselor back in the university I graduated back in China, one of the things I felt good at myself is my communication. I felt very good, very easy when I communicate with people, when I led or participate in conversation. However, in the recent years, start with some of the conversations with my colleagues, it turns out that good feeling became a hinder point to me. It actually turns out to be a blind spot. Based on some open conversation from my colleagues in work and the 360 feedback, you may know what's that about. They give me feedback that I need to work on my communication in the US professional environment. That turns out very interesting. So I started to observe some good communicator, some effective communicator at my work. Female, male, younger, elder. And that led me to join Rising Star Toastmaster Club. So this is not closing story, the third one. It is a story just start to be unfolded. I'm looking for more opportunities to study, learn, and grow myself together with you, every one of the Toastmasters in this room. Again, it's my honor, it's my lucky day actually to be with you. So with that, again, as we grow up, our time is limited. One thing is for sure is death. So I will keep learning from teachers like you and keep growing to be a better person that I want to be. I want to close my speech today to borrow one of the saying from Steve Jobs, which is the one person that I admire a lot, is friends, fellow Toastmasters, guests, stay hungry, stay foolish. Thank you.